injuries.
LionsPTLV.com, 702-476-0222.
Come to the Home Depot for a whole new take on tile. A surprising selection of the trends you want and prices you'll love. Retile a backsplash or a fireplace. Rethink a bath or a patio. Walls, floors, outdoors or indoors, tile is going places at the Home Depot. Come see where it takes you. Nobody beats our prices, guaranteed. On tile, on anything. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only.
It's Paul Powell!
I'm attorney Paul Powell. If you've been in an accident, did you know that your lawyer can take 33% from your settlement? I promise to never take more money than you. If you've been injured in an accident, call me right now, 728-5500. Paul Powell, more lawyer, less fee.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Witness an exhilarating sports story written in real time. A grueling battle of athleticism and determination that demands a lifetime of training to win, but only takes seconds to lose. Get your tickets to see the world's best race for the world's biggest title. The finals return to Las Vegas, where a champion will be crowned. Watch the world's best motocross riders race for glory at Sam Boyd Stadium May 4th. For tickets and information, visit UNLVtickets.com. Monster Energy Supercross. Get your tickets today.
I'm attorney Glenn Lerner. You wouldn't wait to call the doctor if your child were sick, and you wouldn't wait to call the police if your house was being robbed. So why would you wait to call an attorney after you've been hurt in a wreck? We have a team of lawyers and a network of experts who can begin working on your case the moment you call. The faster you call us, the faster we can get you all the money you deserve. Hurt in a wreck and need a check? Call Glenn Lerner Injury Attorneys. The call is free, the consultation is free, and the advice is free.
Glenn Lerner is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Join the Las Vegas Celtic Society as they host the 15th Annual Highland Games and Celtic Festival at Floyd Lamb Park at Dooley Springs, April 13th and 14th. Watch strong people throw heavy stuff. Bring the family for music, dancers, bagpipes, and beer gardens. Tickets available at the gate.
On Twitter, follow us at the LV Sportsline and at ESPN 1100.
What's hot today? It's time for the Wager Talk Marquee Matchup of the Night. WagerTalk.com. Start winning now.
And as is almost always the case when the Golden Knights are playing, even in a game that doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot, they're going to be the marquee matchup because that's the big event in town. And tonight at T-Mobile, the Golden Knights will play their final home game of the regular season. Fortunately, not their final game of the season because the playoffs are coming. But the Golden Knights will host the Arizona Coyotes. If you want the most unlucky, or my grammar was going to get messed up there, the unluckiest franchise in maybe all of pro sports, it might just be Arizona. I mean, they've gone like a zillion straight years now without making the playoffs. They just had an extraordinary run of injuries this year. And yet they still took it to the final weekend. They're still mathematically alive to make the playoffs. They would have to win their last two games. The Avalanche would have to lose their last two games. If that happens, Arizona would have the tiebreaker. So they're not out of it yet. But chances are they're dead. Colorado's hot and figures to at least get 1 point out of two remaining games. And as for the Coyotes, even here, they get a little bad luck because they're going to face the Golden Knights on the night that Fleury returns to play goal for Vegas. And obviously the team is, I would think, going to be pretty fired up with their main man back in goal.
Yeah, I agree. You come out, you want to have some momentum. They lost 5 straight before they snapped a streak and won 1 game. So, but this isn't last year. When you can't say we're a veteran squad, but with what they went through last year and as deep as they went, and what they know they have this year, and they obviously are more privy to the Fleury situation than we are. Right. If there's a question, they were out there when he was warming up. So, to me, it's just get the skates wet, play well. I still think they want to win, though. I don't think you want to go in 1-7 into the playoffs by any means.
I think they'd like to win this one, then just get it out of the way on Saturday against L.A. But I do think from that standpoint, it's kind of an important game. You want a good performance by Fleury. You want the team playing well in front of him. And, and they're going to be playing a team that will at least, you would think, come in trying their best because, technically they are still alive. Although even in the final weekend of the season, they get another bad break with Kemper, who's actually kept them in the race with his goaltending play. And he gets a stick in the eye the other night. And that could have been a lot worse than it is. But it's just nothing goes right for this franchise.
Yeah, and, obviously, to finish 4 games under 500 with what they've had, they've had a good season relative to who's been on the ice.
I think Rick Tocchet's done a tremendous job there because this team could have mailed it in December. And they have made a heck of a run and almost made it to the playoffs. That's the beauty of the NHL. These teams don't quit. I mean, the Blackhawks, look what they were in December. They were the worst team in the league. They ended up making a real push for the playoffs. It fell short, but you can't fault the lack of effort there. And the Flyers were going through the same thing in the Eastern Conference, and they made a heck of a run. It fell short, but there was never any time at any point did they quit. That's one of the things I like about the NHL is even the teams that are out of it keep playing hard. There's no tanking in the NHL.
Well, Arizona's still alive, be it mathematically a very small chance. So does that mean they perhaps might pull their goalie earlier? Does that leave the Knights very much open to laying the 1.5 because you're going to have more opportunities for an open net?
Is there anybody better at closing out games with an empty net goal than the Golden Knights? They did it again the other night.
Well, yeah, especially now with Arizona. Colorado plays an hour earlier, so if Colorado wins, they could be out of it. They may know that going to the third period if they're watching the scoreboard.
Let's talk about what's happening at WagerTalk.com, Ralph.
Slow week for me personally. Just because the basketball is winding down. I haven't started baseball. I start baseball after basketball. I don't do any work like you do, prep work. And then, I started doing football already. I started doing returning starters for next year. So there's something about basketball going right into football that gets me excited. I'll be starting the Baseball First Pitch newsletter next week. That's free daily at WagerTalk.com.
I know one guy who's really locked into baseball early is Brian Leonard.
8 straight wins now?
Yep, he's flying, and Brian really knows the game. And he's got it all clicking right now. So if you're looking for a hot handicapper at WagerTalk.com, check out Brian Leonard.
He did pass tonight, though.
I have a free play up.
Yep.
So nothing you can buy, but if you want to get the free play, well, just listen for a moment because I'm going to tell you about it now as it's going to be our Lions Physical Therapy Play of the Day.
It's the LPT Play of the Day. Tonight's best bet from Lions Physical Therapy. Your 5-star rated specialists.
So 3-0 so far with the baseball plays of the day this week. I'd love to make it 4 straight. A little pricey. The Angels might actually be up to like 145 now, and I can't say that I'm in love with it. I liked it better when it was 134, 135, right in that area. Some good stuff to talk about with Harvey. He didn't miss any bats last time out, though. That's a little bit worrisome, and Texas is swinging the bat well. Edinson Volquez, not much positive to say on him. He was not good with his command last week. That's an old issue with Volquez, basically a career-long issue. Small sample, but he has not pitched well in this ballpark over the years. It is the Angels' home opener. The Angels' offense has been AWOL to start the season, but you would think they'll get a little more going tonight as they return home. Now, one thing to bear in mind here, and we're going to bring this up a lot talking about these plays this year, is what's the status of the bullpen? Well, the Texas bullpen has been extended. Both their main setup guy and their closer have each worked each of the last 2 games and 4 of the last 5.
And they're playing their 6th straight game.
Now, it doesn't automatically mean they can't pitch today because Shane Green, I didn't think he'd get used by the Tigers today, but he was out there to close the game. So I'm not ruling out Kelly and LeClaire pitching if it's close late, but I wouldn't think so. So I think there's a late inning edge for the Angels. And you get the Rangers coming off a big series against Houston. It could be a minor letdown factor here. Going to go with the favorite. It's not the strongest play of my life, but I'll take the Angels to get the win tonight. And that's going to do it for this edition of the Las Vegas Sportsline. What a great debut today by Tony DiTomasso, the director of Risk at CG. He'll be with us every Thursday now, time permitting. There might be weeks where he's busy and I'll have to hand it off to somebody, but that was strong stuff today. I really liked it. I hope you guys did as well. Thanks to Tony D. Thanks to Ralph Michaels. Thanks to Ari Platinum. And thanks to Kelly Stewart, who wasn't on today, but is taking me to lunch tomorrow. So I'm thanking her in advance. And we'll talk to you tomorrow on the Las Vegas Sportsline.